This time we have no record of shots fired, no injuries. It's looking as if this was another swatting or hoax call.
The Assistant Chief of Campus Police for the University of Arkansas on the situation that locked down the state's biggest university and turned the entire college town tense. Thank you for joining us at 6. I'm Hoyt.
And I'm Faith Woodard. That chief says despite several reports from across campus of a shooting, right now investigators say it appears no shots were fired and no one was hurt.
Laura Castleman rushed to the scene this afternoon, actually ended up being in a lockdown with a small group of students, all wondering what was going on.
I see FBI agents running around, which is super strange. Never seen that before. There's about 40 or so officers with rifles that surround the library.
Kane McWilliams is a senior at the University of Arkansas and was at the campus bookstore when the alert came in.
And I find out one of my friends is in the library, so I call her, and she's in that building right there, barricaded in the basement. And she starts hearing a whole bunch of louder noise from either the floor above or below. And then as soon as she gets outside the front, there's a whole bunch of officers with rifles yelling that everyone needs to get out. You never expect it to happen to your campus. You always hear weird stories, but it's always in some major city like Chicago or Atlanta. So for it to happen here where I go is kind of changes your perspective.
It's hard to even make thoughts on it, you know, like what I heard. It's always something, you hear it from somebody else, but then it happens to you.
Gabriel Hanna works at the Chick-fil-A at the university's union. They had no idea what was going on.
We didn't even get let known what was happening, and we only knew what was happening because there's like kids freaking out. I heard somebody saying like, oh man, I need to get my kids, I need to get out of here. And it went on for more than 2 seconds, so it's no longer a joke.
Hanna said he followed a group of other students to get to a safe place, as him and the other Chick-fil-A employees were wondering what was going on.
Confused. It's hard to even put words to the thought. It's not now. Right now, it's not really negative, but I'm sure I'll dwell on this.
In the past 24 hours, we had a cold front sweep its way through the state of Arkansas, and we are certainly feeling the effects from that frontal passage. Look at these temperatures. 24-hour temperature difference, 29 degrees cooler at Russellville compared to this time yesterday. 22 degrees cooler in Little Rock and just a little bit cooler in South Arkansas, where it's still 91 right now in Texarkana. But we're at 71 in Little Rock, 68 in Clinton. A deck of clouds has really taken over the skies across a large part of the natural state. And these clouds are producing some rain. This is light rain. No thunder or lightning being reported, but the light rain extends from northeast Arkansas all the way over towards River Valley, and also for us here in central Arkansas as far south as Jefferson County and into Arkansas County. We'll have that chance of scattered rain sticking around through the course of the evening. So if you're going to be out and about, have that rain gear close by. I think for the overnight, still scattered rain into the start of your Tuesday. I think the chance of rain starts to shift its way down to the south throughout the day on Tuesday. Lows tonight, comfortable, dropping down into the low to mid 60s area wide, upper 50s in North Arkansas. And tomorrow, because of the clouds and rain, a lot of locations will not reach 80 degrees. This is not the only chance of rain we have in place for the next 7 days. I'll have more on that forecast coming up.
All right, Nathan, thank you. In Benton, a mystery dropped on several doorsteps as homeowners wonder who delivered water testing kits without any notice.
Yeah, they started showing up last week, but the local water company says they didn't send them. TH11's Maya Ellison spent the day learning more about the kits and the odd way they showed up.
Bright yellow paper showed up on the doorsteps of those in the Benton community. Attached to it was a water testing kit, with many wondering where exactly did it come from.
When I got it off the door, I just kind of looked at it and read over it, and my first thought was, maybe this is from the utility company.
Lindsay Nistrick says she didn't think much of it afterwards until she saw this post by Benton Utilities. The water kits weren't theirs.
That's when we thought it would be best to go ahead and reach out and do a social media post letting our customers know that this is not something that is being administered by the city of Benton or Benton Utilities.
Benton Utilities General Manager Todd Peterson says a customer reported the situation last week. And like Nistrick, other members of the community began to share their own stories. Some even commenting that the person who left the kits on their doorstep had on a, quote, yellow safety vest and no visible identification.
Somebody is trying to take advantage of our citizens and not knowing what they're trying to do, if they're trying to sell insurance or if they're just trying to get into their home or whatever. It kind of makes me feel that it's probably a scam.
Nistrick feels the same, pointing to questions left on the yellow card that she deemed too personal.
They were asking for like how many people lived in your house, how many adults, how many children. You know, they did ask questions about like your water usage. Do you filter your water? Do you buy, water bottle? And then ask for your address and your phone number.
Peterson says homeowners should be mindful if they run into these cards, ensuring that this is not the utility company's doing.
The only time we do test kits associated with water is once every 3 years. So we will not be doing anything of that from the city of Benton or Benton Utilities for probably another 3 years because we're on an extended sample period.
In Benton, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
Maya, thank you. The utility company also says they pull their own water samples from residential and commercial customers once a month through pre-scheduled appointments by a water filter plant employee.
Speaking of utilities, the Arkansas State Broadband Office has now released the final proposal for the Broadband Equity Access and Deployment Program, or BEAD program. That's the incentive that's designed to wire the whole state with broadband. The latest plan would close more gaps and get 76% of the state connected with fiber. A federal agency needs to sign off on it after telling states to rework the BEAD programs to remove certain DEI policies. The plan requires public review, and we've got a link to where you can weigh in on thv11.com. A common sense idea coming to the state prison system. Incoming letters and communications will now go to a digital processing center in Tampa. There, they'll be scanned and uploaded to a tablet that the inmate can read. Legal documents, as well as books and magazines, they'll still go directly to the prison facility. The state says it's all to crack down on contraband.
Well, tonight, the 2nd Street Bridge in Benton being officially renamed to honor Corporal Cairo Fuller Jr. Fuller was a U.S. Army corporal who served in the Army during the Vietnam War. He was killed in action in 1968. He was posthumously awarded the Bronze Star Medal and Purple Heart for his courage and dedication. And North Little Rock is officially getting its first Aldi grocery store, though the exact location isn't being announced. The store is expected to open by early 2026. There are currently 16 Aldi stores across Arkansas, with a new location under construction in Searcy and another planned for Sherwood. Well, when you think of all the kids in foster care, you may think they spend a few years there at most. Well, that wasn't the case for 19-year-old Cozy.
He spent nearly 15 years in the system, but today he's starting a new chapter with a forever family. And THV 11's Brooke Buckner got to follow the special moment earlier.
Family. It's something Cozy hasn't had in more than a decade, but that all changed Monday morning. Cozy was the longest waiting child in Arkansas foster care. His adoption into the Dietrich family is now finalized, and dozens of his new friends and family came to celebrate him.
Y'all, every single one of our waiting kids deserves a family. They deserve a community like is gathered today, and we are so grateful for each one of you.
Anna and Tim Dietrich say they felt called to be more than just Cozy's legal guardians.
The Lord made it very clear that we were supposed to all out adopt him. We're supposed to give him our name, give him our family, give him our whole hearts.
It's clear Cozy has a big support system, and it's something Anna Dietrich says all foster kids need. She sees it firsthand working for Project Zero.
Cozy's getting a whole crew today, and we're so excited. And that is what we want for every single one of our waiting kids. So until there are zero, let's start this up again tomorrow, because today we're celebrating.
Tiffany Wright, the director of the Division of Children and Family Services, echoes that.
But even as we celebrate this beautiful day, we must stay focused on the goal. Finding homes for other children who need them and the critical work of Project Zero. This adoption gets us closer to our goal, zero.
The Lord was gonna have to make it clear who is ours, and he's just made it abundantly clear. Cozy is ours.
Their only child and star of the show.
First time we met with his team, they said they were telling us about the things that he really likes and toys that he likes, and they really focused in on the star. And so for some reason, that's kind of become our banner for him is a star, which is why he's wearing stars. And she's got a star necklace and star toys.
shining bright alongside his new family. In Little Rock, Brooke Buckner, THV 11 News.
Good stuff, Brooke. Well, the Arkansas Martin Luther King Commission coming together with colleagues across the country. We'll show you the first of its kind meeting coming up after the break.
And the countdown to fall, 28 days away. But I'll tell you what, it's not going to feel like September out there over the next few days. It's going to feel more like October. I'll let you know when you may need a light jacket for the upcoming mornings coming up.
Here's a look at what's coming up on the THV 11 Plus app this evening. We've got a closer look at several natural disasters as we approach some big anniversaries. We're going to look at how earthquakes can trigger tsunamis, and then at 9 we go into the archives to look at the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina 18 years ago. You can download the THV 11 Plus app straight to your smart TV and watch for free.